Hello everyone and welcome to another devlog. This is Mustafa aka Octohedz and I'm one of the founders of Octohedz Labs. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. We're putting the final touches in our game and we're submitting the game files to Sandbox for final review. And the whole team is working behind the scene making sure it's a good transition from our hard drive to the Sandbox. But that's not all. There is a new update that's coming to the Sandbox. It's called the Game Maker 0.8 and we're going to be experimenting with that later on. And if you want to know more about all the other updates, stay tuned for the end of this video. There's a topic that I want to talk about today that pretty much affects all of us, and it's the perfect time paradox. I often thought that there would be a magical moment that come along and just change my life forever. I've always waited for this magical moment that will come and, the stars will align and everything will work. And I'll have the perfect opportunity to act on something. Whether it's launching a project, asking for a raise, waiting for the bear market to end, or even asking someone out on a date. But what if I told you that seeking that perfect timing is a big misconception? Life is unpredictable and things can change in a heartbeat. I found myself wasting so much time trying to find that perfect moment to do something, only to realize there were countless opportunities all along. The thing is, time is finite, and once it's gone, it's never coming back. 2022 was a very hard year for me, mentally and spiritually. I put off making videos to focus on my project, which ended up making me lose myself in the process. I kept having this hope that I will get that perfect moment to come back and make more videos again. And I ended up just making one video last year. The longer the time went by, I just felt more anxious. I ended up losing a whole year of documenting my journey and have nothing to show for it. So I let my fear and the word busy as an excuse, and it kept me on a leash. And really all I had to do was just take that leap of faith and just do it. And I realized late that the best thing to do in this situation was just to start it. Like, just turn on the camera, or if I had a painting, just start that painting. I think I should have spent my time more creating and honing my abilities and doing the things I love, and putting all the work to try and achieve my goals, instead of just waiting for that magical moment where something will happen or not and it will be done for me. That's not how life works. Sometimes it's just like as simple as just taking a leap of faith. And I know that taking a leap is very scary, but it can be also incredibly rewarding. And when we leap, we grow, learn, and become better versions of ourselves. And you never know, you might discover a hidden talent that you have. If I've never started Octohedz, I would never have discovered that I love pixel art so much. And it led me to doing stuff that I thought I would never do years ago. For example, I always joke with my friends in my 20s that I'm gonna have my own gaming studio one day. And I knew I had the skills back then and even had more time. And I just kept pushing it back to having that perfect moment. Like, I needed extra time off. I just kept making excuses for no reason. And my biggest excuse back then was I just never had the time. But looking back, I was working like 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. And I knew I could have just limited that time at work and just worked on my hobbies after work. Like, I could have worked smarter and achieved everything that I wanted. So what I'm working on nowadays is just trying to take like little steps every day to achieve my goals and seize any opportunity that presents itself to me, and just continue to develop my skills and knowledge. And I know whenever that perfect timing happens, I'll be ready for it. The moral of the story is just don't wait for the perfect time, because it will never come. Believe in yourself, take action today, and the future is yours for the taking. Remember, it's not about finding that perfect moment. It's more about creating it for yourself. Now that this is off my chest, let's go back and talk about some of the updates that we're having in Octohedz. Our voxel avatars are going to be playable on the Sandbox on February 13 of 2023. That means you can just go ahead and load them in if you have them on your wallet, and it will be instantly playable on all their experiences on Hub. And shortly thereafter, our experiences should follow along within a few months. Earlier in February, we submitted Genesis for the World Wide Web 3, and we're currently working on bridging Reloaded as well on that platform. So just sit tight and wait until they approve us, and we're going to be playable on 2 metaverses very soon. And a lot of people have been asking me that now that we're getting very close to our Sandbox release, so what's next? and I couldn't be more excited about everything that we're working on behind the scenes. The thing is that I like about our team is we're pretty much developing everything in-house, and that gives us a lot of freedom. And one thing that always comes up, well, what if we created our own metaverse? How would that look like? And what kind of features were an Octohedz avatar would have? Do we want it to be an action-based metaverse? And how can we make the boring things fun in a video game? If these topics excite you, please let us know in the comments below, or just join us on Discord and let us know what you want to see in our next chapter. And if you're excited about it as we are, just let us know in the comments and join us in our next AMAs. We would love to hear some of your thoughts and help us write all of it together. And if you haven't done already, we created a free newsletter to keep you in the loop with everything happening with us and the Octoverse. And in the meantime, make sure to check our latest announcements on Discord and join the community for our weekly game nights. Remember, just take it one day at a time, and I'll see you in the next video.